And welcome back to episode 10 of the Playbook Pod, segment number 4. It's a different type of segment. As a couple episodes ago, I did a mock draft, my first mock draft 1.0. It was before free agency. Today, we're going to be doing mock draft 2.0. Um, and I'm going to be showing you guys the reasons for my picks and shout out the ball knowers. We're doing a whole bunch of mock drafts separately, so I'm filming my point of view. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So, um, the Raiders, to be honest, um, this one's the easiest pick to make. Um, anyway, Raiders is gonna be easy. If they don't draft Fernando Mendoza, then I don't know what they're doing. Um, and Mendoza has shown that he could be a starting quarterback in this league, and many people believe in him as a generational talent. I think he will be a great starter in the league if the Raiders kind of give him the right weapons, which in free agency they spent, I believe it was 295 million, sounds right. I don't know for sure on that, but overall, Mendoza will easily go one, and he will be a great starter just overall. So my pick one will be Mendoza. Pick two, I think the Jets could actually go in a couple different places here. Um, Brees Hall's still there, so they're not gonna go with Jeremiah Love. If I think Arval Reese is the obvious pick, it's gonna be between him and Sonny Styles. Um, if I'm the Jets, you would probably want to take Arval Reese and just kind of hope that he pans out. Um, and overall, Reese is a great player. I've seen some of his tape, just him on Ohio State. Um, he's a very good player, and I think he can raise the Jets' ceiling on defense. So with that, he's going to go to New York. Oh, so pick three, Arizona. Honestly, I think Sonny Styles or Ruben Bain here for Arizona. Or Caleb Downs if they're super high on the potential there. Jeremiah Love, I think, will not go here, but I'm going to probably say Sonny Styles. He's an absolute freak of nature. If you've seen his combine testing, you know why. If you haven't, go watch his combine testing. It is absolutely ridiculous, his combine. Um, Overall, it's going to be Sonny Styles, and no question about it. Pick four, Tennessee can go in a bunch of different directions. They can go Jeremiah Love. They can go Ruben Bain. David Bailey, I can see going here. Caleb Downs, I can see going here. Carnell Tate. I think for the sake of this draft and for Tennessee's strategy, if I'm Tennessee, um, I'm taking I'm taking Jeremiah Love. He's a blue chip prospect, one of the only ones in this draft, and it's pretty much a no brainer. If you see a blue chip prospect at 4 and you're a bad team, you got to take him. So Jeremiah Love easily will go number 4 to Tennessee. The Giants. Um, They don't need an edge rusher. I can see Francis going here. I can see Caleb Downs going here. Honestly, I think Caleb Downs would be the pick for New York. To kind of add to the defense a little bit more. They do need a safety pretty bad. Overall, I think it's a great pick for them. So we're gonna go with Caleb Downs. Pick number 6 is interesting. Obviously, it's still not gonna be edge rusher, so Ruben Bain will kind of slide a little bit. Um, David Bailey as well. Maui Goa, great player. I think he goes number 7 here. It's going to be him or Mansour Delane or Cornell Tate. Um, I think Cleveland's weapons are okay enough to where they need to focus on protecting whoever's starting next year. Whether if it's, I'm hearing Deshaun Watson could get the start, Shador Sanders could start, Gabriel could start. Kind of whoever wins that QB battle, they need to be protected as best as possible. So honestly, we're gonna go with Maui Goa for Cleveland. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. Commanders? Ooh. Um, Commanders is interesting. I want to look at one thing specifically real quick. Um, I want to look and see. So obviously they overpaid the crap out of M- Odofe Owe. They obviously overpaid the crap out of him, but I feel like another edge could be in the cards for them. Um, like I said, Odofe Owe will be the one side edge, and if you compare him with Ruben Bain and company, I think he would be in a great spot. Carnell Tate would be another really good pick here. Um, with that, actually, I'm gonna go with Carnell Tate because I think Terry's only getting older, and I don't think they're gonna bring back Debo. So if you can grab a Carnell Tate, just a future wide receiver one for the offensive Jaden Daniels, I think that'll be great for them. Jeremiah Love, obviously they drafted or they signed ETN. So I don't think they go with if Love was here, they wouldn't have gone with him. Um the slide of Ruben Bain is questionable, but the thing with Ruben Bain is his hands, like just overall, a little bit on the smaller side. Mansour Delane would actually be a kind of a perfect fit here for the Saints here. Um, I could tell you right now that Delane would make an impact. He stays in his home state. Their cornerback room is a little lackluster, especially with the departure of Alante Taylor. If you click on Delane's profile, obviously you can see the PFF grades. You can see a couple of them. He balled out against Arkansas, played decent, I should say, against A&M. Had an overall PFF grade of a 90 and a half. Had 2 interceptions and all that. You can look at that. He's 6 foot 190, so you could realistically put him in the slot if you wanted to. So with that, we're gonna go with Delane for New Orleans. Kansas City, I think Ruben Bain would be perfect. Um, they need it bad. I think the next two picks are edge rushers for sure. um, Ruben Bain and David Bailey are going to be the next two picks. I just don't know who's going to go where. I'm thinking Ruben Bain just because of his upside over Bailey. Um, I like Ruben Bain more. I think he's going to be a great player in this league. He broke out in 25 with 12 sacks. Um, just overall, I think he's going to be really good in this league. Um, David Bailey, it's a tough call, but I think I'm going to go with Ruben Bain, and then the Bengals next are going to go with David Bailey. Um, to replace the Trey Hendrickson departure, obviously he went to the Ravens. They need an edge rusher to replace him. Why not grab David Bailey? Pick 11. Um, Miami is a wild card. They need pretty much everything. Kenyon Sadiq would be a great pick. I'm thinking Mekhi Lehman goes here. Um, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't go here. Um, but I think he would be the pick. If we look at Miami's roster, I'm looking at it on my phone right now. Miami literally needs everything. This roster is utterly garbage. Um, their tackle situation's a little questionable. I think this receiver class is deep enough to where they can go with Fano. That's who I personally would go with here. So I'm gonna take Fano for Miami. Um, Dallas. Dallas can go with pretty much anything here. Um, I think they would take O-line, possibly. I think O-line would be in the cards for Dallas. I really do. Um, just kind of anything at this point for Dallas. I mean, you have Tyler Guyton. I pronounced that wrong. That's my fault. Terrence Steele is 28. If you wanted to bring some competition to that room, I would personally take Freeling. I would personally take him. Safety, they just paid Jalen Thompson, so I don't think they go there necessarily. Um, I think Jared McCoy falls a little bit. Jordan Tyson, I don't think he'll go here. But, um, Hakeem Messidor, I don't think he goes here either. CJ Allen would be an interesting pick here. You know, you reach on that level of guy, but I think I'm gonna have Dallas taking Monroe Freeling just as a good tackle. They can replace Terrence Steele. I like it overall for them. The Rams. You know, Mekhi Lehman is still here. Do you go with Mekhi Lehman and bolster your offense? Is that something to consider? Um, I think I don't know. Do you kind of solve corner this offseason? CJ Allen would be decent, but I think for ceiling purposes, I'm gonna have Mekhi Lehman go into the Rams. The Ravens, honestly, the pick here, I don't. This will be tough. So Dylan Theinman will not go here. I think that Penn State guard. I'm not even gonna try to say that because I'm definitely gonna mispronounce it. So we're not even gonna try. But I think he will be a great fit alongside, um, kind of bolster that O line of Lamar. And also the departure of Linderbaum, they could go center. I mean, if Owen could possibly switch over to center, that would be really good for them. Obviously, the top ranked center in this class, I don't believe is super high. Yeah, it's Connor Liu all the way at 80. No, Um, if you think that you can transition a guy or even just play him normally at guard, that would be good. So with that, I'm gonna have the Penn State guard going to Baltimore. Um, Tampa. I see Kenyon Sadiq. This is where I have Kenyon Sadiq going. They just re-signed Cade Otton, but tight end still remains one of the top needs for them. CJ Allen would be another really good pick. Actually, I'm kind of tempting myself with CJ Allen now. This is tough. I think we're gonna go with CJ Allen, actually. He gets reached. So honestly, we're gonna go with CJ Allen. They do have a need at linebacker. Jets still literally need everything. So honestly, I don't think they have that good of safeties, if I recall. Let's look at this Jets roster. So safety, that's what I want to look at. They have Minka, who's probably a 1 year stopgap. Um, to be honest, they have Mason Taylor too, so they don't. Honestly, Jared McCoy might be the pick here. Corner, they did just pay Nashawn Wright, but I don't see him really being an impact guy, and I don't really see anybody else on this roster being that much good of a starter. So honestly, Jared McCoy will be the pick here. Detroit. Um, this is tough. Akeem Messidor, they have always been looking for a guy to pair alongside Hutchinson. Why not Messidor? Why not Messidor? Um, he could be good. I think he's going to be a great player in this league. I don't like Davenport that much. I think Messidor would start over Davenport. So I think we're going to go with Messidor here at 20. Minnesota. Um, Minnesota, I think takes Dylan Diamond here or Emmanuel McNeil Warren. I think Diamond, if he falls, you got to take him. It's pretty much a no-brainer to me. So we are gonna go with Theinman. And I was debating this in a Instagram comment section that the Bucs would actually take Kenyon Sadiq, but now kind of looking at it, they have a couple other bigger needs. So honestly, CJ Allen would be a better pick for them. So with this in mind, I'm gonna have them taking Kenyon Sadiq at 19. Dallas' second first rounder, they took Monroe Freeling. Here, D line for them could be huge. They haven't gotten the Micah Parsons replacement yet. Avian Terrell would be really good for them here. Would that be the pick? Honestly, I kind of like Avian Terrell to the Cowboys. So honestly, Avian Terrell is going straight to the Cowboys. 21 for Pittsburgh. Um, this is tough. This is tough. The question is, does Rodgers come back? And if he does, do you believe in Will Howard to kind of take the reins after Rodgers leaves? Um, assuming assuming that's the case, I um I don't think they need Jordan Tyson. I don't. Who I need to look at the Steelers' safety situation because honestly, Emmanuel McNeil Warren would actually be really good here for Pittsburgh. Okay, so they have Kyle Duggar, Deshaun Elliott. Okay, they just signed Brister. I kind of forgot about that. Um, I don't think they go McNeil Warren. Um, Edge rusher for Pittsburgh. I mean, obviously it's TJ Watt. He's one of your linebackers. He's one of your guys. But I don't see really another capable edge rusher. I don't. I think they run a 3-4, but you'd still want. I mean, Jack Sawyer could rush, maybe. I just out of and Alex Highsmith's obviously actually their other rusher, but they're all on the older side. Do you just go with Kedrick Falk here? Um, this is a tough call. Omar Cooper would be really good here. Blake Miller would be pretty good for their tackle position. Um, Yeah, I mean, their tackle position's a little bit on the weaker side, so honestly, Blake Miller would be a pretty good get here. I think I'm going to tempt myself actually with Blake Miller. Yeah, we're going to take Blake Miller here. 22. The Chargers. I don't, would you? I would say Jordan Tyson would be a good Chargers player. Good Chargers fit. Obviously, Eli McConkey's there. Quentin Johnston's there. Why not Jordan Tyson? That would be a really good young receiving core for Herbert to kind of build his chemistry around. I like it for them. I like Emmanuel McNeil Warren here for the Chargers. Derwin James is only getting older. Tony Jefferson's not great. Honestly, actually, instead of Tyson, we're gonna go with Emmanuel McNeil Warren. I think that's where he ends up going. The Eagles with the trade with the AJ Brown rumors coming around. Jordan Tyson would be really good here. Kendrick Falk to replace the need of Jalen Phillips. Holy hell. Would be the best option here. It'd be between him and Cassius Howell. Cassius Howell. I think we're going to go with Falk. Cleveland. Cleveland. I think Jordan Tyson. Wait, did they. I had them taking a tackle. Jordan Tyson falls to 24. Omar Cooper's here. I think you take a receiver. I think it's going to be Jordan Tyson. I don't really have to think too much about that pick. Bears need an edge rusher. They need a DT. They need offensive line a little bit, just the tackle spot. I've loved Caden McDonald to the Bears for so long. I think he's going to provide a very good interior presence. He doesn't really sack the quarterback, but he just kind of he's a very good run stopper. Now here's a guy with no shades and no pros and no cons because I don't have the previous version, or I don't have the premium version. PFF big board at 28. I love Caden McDonald to the Bears. I'm gonna say Caden McDonald to the Bears. They go with the defensive tackle. Bills, I would have said receiver until they traded for DJ Moore. With that in mind, I think they go with. This is tough. This is tough. Um, Caden Proctor maybe. Omar Cooper just as another like weapon. I mean, you have Josh. I don't know. This is tough for the Bills here for sure. This is really tough. Um, do they kind of reach on a Caleb Banks? He did get injured at the combine, but he's a very good DT. I'm sure he will be just fine from injury. Um, this is the wrong roster. I'm looking at the Chargers roster for DT needs. That is my bad. I need to lock in. Uh, Bills. Let's see. Daquan Jones, Ed Oliver is obviously going to be a starter. TJ Sanders. I mean, this is tough. Do you still take another receiver? You pair DJ Moore. Obviously, you got Oh, Gabe Davis is back there? Damn, okay. Gabe Davis, I mean, Keon Coleman, you're never going to believe in. Khalil Shakir, Josh Palmer. O-line, you could go tackle. I would actually not mind tackle. Deion Dawkins is, I think he can do pretty good, better with the tackle spot, so we're going to go with Caden Proctor. 49ers, I also would have said receiver until they got Mike Evans. Cassius Howe would be perfect. TJ Parker would be really good for them. Max Aheen Naker, good player. I do like Max here. I think we're gonna go with Max. I don't know, because the Trent Williams trade rumors are kind of starting around. It's gonna be between these three. Honestly, I think we're gonna take Cassius Howe. I think I like him there. Um, Texans. I don't think they need a receiver much. Caleb Banks would probably be the guy for Houston here. I'm gonna take Caleb Banks. Just interior presence. KC, they do need a receiver. Let's see. They have Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, and that receiver 3 spot is kind of up in the air. Omar Cooper, I think, would be perfect for this team. He's 6 foot. You could realistically put Worthy in the slot, and then Omar kind of is a speedster on the outside. If you wanted to go that route, I think they do go that route. So I think I'm going to take Omar. Miami, I think they do take Denzel Boston. I think this is where Boston ends up. You didn't take a receiver at 11. You take a tackle, which you do need to protect Malik Willis there. So honestly, Denzel Boston falls to Miami. For the Patriots, I think Max will go here. They do need O-line. Will Campbell, I think you do need another tackle because Morgan Moses did depart. Pairing Max with Will Campbell would be pretty good for just in general development. Let's see. I want to look at their other starting tackle real fast because we know it's going to be Will Campbell. And honestly, I mean, Morgan Moses is still there actually, so my bad. But I think Max will take the starting spot of Campbell, or not Campbell, Moses. So we'll take Max. And then 32, Seattle's kind of a wild card. I don't think they go running back in round 1. I think this is where TJ Parker will go, or Colton Hood. They do need a safety pretty bad because they did lose Kobe Bryant. That's the draft. I like the results of it. Yeah, I like this for pretty much every party involved. Just in general, I think it's a good spot for just everybody here. Raiders go quarterback, they need it. 2 linebackers go. It's mainly defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive players in the first 10 picks. I mean, it's half and half. This is pretty balanced. It's mainly defense, as you can see later on. Except for the back-to-back tackle. Overall, I like this for just everybody in here, and yeah, that'll pretty much wrap it up for segment 3, or 4, my bad. Segment 4 of the Playbook pod. And yeah, I mean, it's a great mock draft. It's only going to be interesting, and I might be live streaming the first round and my reactions to it with a couple other guys of mine. It's going to be I'm planning on it. Hopefully it's going to be hype. We're thinking that it's going to be a great time, and yeah, appreciate you guys for the support so far, and the last segment will be an absolute banger. It's going to be free agent grades. I hope. It's either going to be an interview or free agent grades, kind of whatever pans out first. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and yeah, we'll see you in the very final segment of the Playbook Pod, episode number 10.